Complementary angles add up to be 90 degrees. In order to find x, or the missing angle, we need to set up an equation. We know that we can add our two angles, which are x and 45, and they should equal a total of 90 degrees because this is a complementary relationship. Now that our equation is set up, all we have to do is solve for x. We put our line through the equal sign. Since they are adding 45, we will subtract 45, which means this is gone and we're left with only x. 90 minus 45 is 45. So the measure of angle x is 45. Supplementary angles make a straight line and they equal to 180 degrees. In order to solve for x here, we know that we can add our two angles, which are x and x plus 40, and we know that it equals a total of 180 degrees because they are supplementary angles. This is not an equation that we're used to seeing, so we need to combine some things in order to make it a two-step equation. We know that we can combine our x's with our x's. So I have two x's, so I can rewrite it as 2x. There isn't anything to add to my 40, so it just stays 40. And it all still equals 180 degrees. Now, you're able to solve like normal. Line through the equal sign, we subtract 40. That leaves us with 140. That's taken care of. Our last step is to divide by 2 because it's multiplying by 2 on the left. 140 divided by 2 is 70. So for this problem, x equals 70. Now remember, they may ask you for a specific angle. If they do, you have to go and plug that 70 in for x and do what the angle is telling you. I'll show you more about that in the triangle scenario. All of the angles in a triangle add up to be 180 degrees. If we are asked to solve for x in a triangle, we can do the same thing we've been doing and set all of our angles equal to 180 degrees. We know that this angle right here is 90. Remember, anytime you see that little box, it means 90 degrees. So I'm going to create an equation to add all of my angles together. I have x plus 10 plus 90 plus 30, and all of that equals 180 degrees. Just like before, I can combine all these numbers together because they're just numbers. That way I'll have only a two-step equation. There's nothing to add to my x, so it's going to stay x. I know that 10 plus 90 plus 30 is 130, and it all still equals 180 degrees. Now I'm ready to solve. Line through my equal sign, minus 130. That leaves me with 50, and this part is done, so I'm left only with x. So my x equals 50 degrees. But you have to pay attention because they may also want you to solve for a specific angle. In this case, they are looking for angle B. Angle B says x plus 10. In order to answer the question that they're giving you, you have to take your x, which was 50, and plug it back into angle B. So angle B says take your x, or your 50, and add 10, which gives you 60. So the measure of angle B is actually 60 degrees. Remember, if they ask for a specific angle, do not just solve for x, you must solve for that specific angle.